It's Monday, March 15th. Happy birthday, Liz! And you're watching The Great Loss Rewatch. Today we're talking about Dr. Linus. Episode starts off with him talking about Napoleon being banished to the island of Elba, I think, and losing all of his power. Does this sound like somebody else we know? I am so mad at myself that I didn't put two and two together. Benjamin Linus as a European history teacher, of course it would be at the same school where Dr. Lesley is a science teacher. Really interesting here is when Dr. Linus talks about their time on the island and he wishes he had stayed because who knows what Ben could have made of himself. Once again, the idea that this sideways world is a world of redemption comes into play.
I will torch Miss Rizzo and her future. Is my job, my power, that important to you?
And it was really sweet and emotional, the scene where he's watching Alex walk away and he knows that he helped her towards a better future, and just the contentment and kind of at peace look on his face is really great. On the island, Jack and Hurley are walking back from the lighthouse and they run into Richard Alpert, who takes them to the Black Rock, which I think is confirmation that Richard equals Black Rock. Richard brought Jack and Hurley out to the Black Rock because Richard wants to die.
A man who told me that everything was happening for a reason, and now that man's gone. So my entire life had no purpose.
The trick is that he can't kill himself because he was touched by Jacob, and that means he was blessed. And we've seen this before on the show. We've seen characters who have wanted to commit suicide, but something gets in the way. The whole idea of Richard losing faith in his leader only to have it restored screams very much to me the story of Jesus and his apostles. It wasn't until Jesus appeared to his apostles after his resurrection and literally showed them the holes in his palms did the apostles lose their doubt completely. I'm just getting that vibe that Richard and maybe Alana and some others are kind of the doubting apostles here, and that maybe Jacob is going to make a sort of resurrection appearance to someone other than Hurley. Now, Richard might want to die, but you know who I want to die? The Dynamite. Seriously, can we please just get rid of the Dynamite? I hate it so much. Jack, once again proving that he is on his way to being hardcore and pretty flippin' awesome again, lights the Dynamite and says, I'm betting Jacob's not going to let us die right here and now, and sure enough, the Dynamite doesn't explode. Shifting now to our people on the beach, Alana gives Jacob's remains to Miles and asks him to determine how Jacob died, and Miles reveals that Jacob was murdered by Benjamin Linus. Alana's really pissed about this because Jacob's the only father figure she ever had, and she forces Ben to dig his own grave. While he's doing this, the Loch Ness Monster appears to him and says that he and a group of people are getting ready to leave the island forever, but he has to leave somebody in charge of it when he's gone, and he can think of no one better than Ben. In the substitute, the Loch Ness Monster said the island doesn't need protecting because it's just an island. Ben runs to where there is a rifle and turns the tables on Alana. In fact, Alana says, what are you waiting for? Just do it. And Ben, rather than killing her immediately, like I think Ben would have done in the past, he wants to explain himself.
I watched my daughter Alex die in front of me, all in the name of Jacob. I can never forgive myself.
Where will you go?
To Locke. He's the only one that'll have me.
I'll have you.
Isn't everybody just turning their acting dials all the way up to 11? It's so awesome. I don't care how many times we have a reunion scene on the beach with beautiful Michael Giacchino score in the background. It will always make me a little emotional. I can't get enough of them. They could do that in every episode and I would love it. This is a good place to end the episode. I feel like we're all in a really good, happy place.
Proceed as planned.
Yes, sir, Mr. Whitmore.
He's back. I don't know what team he's playing for. Jacob said someone was coming, so it seems like he could be on Jacob's side, but then again, he's Charles Widmore who brought those evil people from the freighter here to kill us all. So I don't know. And that's where we're going to leave it today, with the return of Widmore. Tomorrow night's episode is called Recon. One would assume if it has Con in it, it's about Sawyer. Then again, there was an episode called Sundown where Sun was not the primary focus, so who the hell knows anymore?
We're gonna need to watch that again.
I don't know what I wanted to say. I lost my train of thought. That happens a lot. my train of thought. I'm singing to myself in my basement, and this is getting really sad.